It's time to let it ride.
When my grandpa first pioneered the digger style, it was pretty much an instant hit.
Bike builder Zach Ness takes on the style that put his grandfather on the map.
With him chasing after his grandpa's style, Zach's not going to be holding anything back.
He'll unveil his digger in front of thousands at a giant rally in Texas and try to find a buyer who can afford the steep price tag on this premium bike. Then Zach takes on a flip for a friend.
Let's just do a fun little bike.
But with two bikes on the same crazy schedule.
Get rid of the bars, get rid of the grip.
Will he live up to the family legacy?
We gotta make G-Pop proud.
Still got a lot of work to do.
My name is Zach Ness, and I design and build custom motorcycles. Me and my team turn this into this, and ultimately, some of this. It's time to let it ride.
Gotta have big jugs.
You gotta have big jugs.
Gotta have big jugs.
I mean, the bigger the jugs, the more the appeal, the more the attention. If you don't have big jugs, I mean, frankly, you're just...
People just walk right by.
Yeah.
What kind of guys do you think we are? We're talking about bikes. We're always talking about bikes. We're on the road because a huge opportunity came in. We got a call from the organizers of the Republic of Texas Rally, and they want me to debut a true Ness original bike. But the catch is, we only got 2 weeks, so we got a really tight schedule. On the bright side, it's a chance to do something I've always wanted to do. Build a ground-up custom digger. These are diggers. It's a style that was pioneered by my grandpa back in the 70s. They're long, they're low, they're sleek, and they got real thin frame tubing. It gives it a vintage look and is different than everyone else.
It's kind of a lightweight, high-performance, little hot rod bar hopper. A fun bike, not to travel on. A couple hundred miles on one of these is enough.
The digger is one of the many reasons why my grandpa is the legend in the custom motorcycle world, and a big part of how he built his custom parts empire. I've looked up to him ever since I was a little kid, and I've always wanted to build one of his true original diggers. I'm carrying on the Ness legacy so I can make G-Pop proud.
You know, man, I've been looking forward to doing a new digger. That long, low with a board tracker look is just, you just don't see it every day. But our digger frame only accepts an Evo engine.
Yep.
The digger frame was designed for an Evo motor. Cameron found us a 92 Harley. It has the engine and the transmission we need. The digger is a handcrafted premium custom build. And I plan to go down to Texas and sell this for somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000. But getting an Evo engine is the key.
We're heading on out. We'll go take a look at this thing. And with any luck, what we see when we show up is exactly what we saw off the internet. Gotta have big jugs.
So Cam never mentioned this guy was a Marine, let alone this place being a biker bar. I gotta say, I'm a little nervous about negotiating with a biker Marine. So this is the place?
This is it.
All right.
You go, David?
Yeah, my name's David.
David, how's it going? Zach Ness.
Hey, Zach.
Nice
to meet you, man.
These guys may look scary, but when I sat down with David and started discussing bikes, they're actually pretty nice guys.
Is your riding crew?
Yeah.
So is everyone Marines?
Yeah,
in the
we're
club?
all Marines, yeah.
Okay.
You have to be a member.
Oh, well, thank you for your guys' service.
Yes, gentlemen, thank you for your service.
Appreciate that. My name is David S. Alvarez. I ride with this club, Marines MC, Central Valley chapter, and I've been riding with them for a while now, 6 years.
I saw your Evo Softail out there. Very nice.
I've had it for a while. I've
Okay.
had it since 2004.
How many miles do you think on it?
It has 59,620.
You mind if we go check out your bike?
Sure, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
I really like the bike. To be honest with you, if I could afford to keep it, I would, and get me another bike. But I want to get me a Road King. I want something bigger, better, more comfortable.
Very nice.
For a 92 Softail, this engine is in pristine condition. I need to make this thing a quick deal, so I'm gonna make this guy an offer he can't refuse.
So David, tell me a little about your motorcycle.
Well, Zach, the bike ride's good.
Okay.
And I haven't had no problems with it. Keeps up with the other bikes, the newer bikes.
Okay. So with everything being that it's 96 and the mileage, it is a clean bike. So I'm not gonna lowball you. We just do $5,000. It's a good price for what the year is. We call it square. What are you thinking?
I think I can live with 5,000.
You live with 5?
Yeah, I can live with 5.
You got yourself a deal.
Okay, good.
This is a good dude with a good background. He served our country, and he's one hell of a nice guy. He obviously takes care of his motorcycle.
But the good thing is, we got that Evo engine.
A lot of people say that the Evo engine is the motor that saved Harley-Davidson from bankruptcy. It was a more reliable, oil-tight engine that would run for thousands of miles more than any of its predecessors.
Taking that Harley-Davidson Softail Evo, throw it in the digger frame, we'll have ourselves a bitchin' digger.
Yeah.
G-Paw's gonna love it.
It'll be nice for him to see one of his ideas. You know,
Back
when
in the
he...
70s and bringing it.
Yes, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have fun with this.
Now that we have the bike, or more importantly, the engine, I'm excited to tell the guys about the new project.
All right, gather round, gather round. All right, guys, so we got ourselves a Harley-Davidson Evo Softail. We're gonna take that epitome of American motorcycle, flame, leather, and we're going full custom digger. This is what the guys look like when they know they have a lot of work ahead of them. You guys' reactions are just giving me so much motivation.
Hey, all right.
My grandpa did diggers back in the day. That was his deal, so we're going that direction, but just with a new school flavor.
Zach's always overly ambitious on pretty much every single build that we do, but especially with him chasing after his grandpa's style, Zach's not going to be holding anything back.
I'm not gonna lie, this digger's gonna be a challenge. Why? Because this motorcycle, you really have to make by hand. The only things we're taking from our 92 Evo are the motor and the transmission. Those will go into one of my grandpa's original digger frames. Then our fabricator, Jim, will have to handcraft dozens of parts to fit precisely on the frame.
This is a full custom bike starting just with a basic frame and motor. I'll be building all the rest of the parts, and with given the right amount of time, this thing can be awesome. Okay, swell.
Okay, swell.
Yep, I just can't wait. Well, my last digger took 6 months. It was basically built from scratch.
The highlights will be a new set of handcrafted triple trees, a new rear fender, a custom seat, and a bitchin' new gas tank.
Well, I'm excited.
I am too. This is incredible.
We'll throw in a slick new set of 23-inch tires and finish it off by bringing a top detailer who will paint every piece that can be painted. It's gonna blow people's minds.
So how long do we have?
We got like 15 days. Granted, this is something we usually do in months. So we have the Republic of Texas rally coming up. We're gonna be releasing this thing on stage in front of thousands. This rally is full of serious bikers with a lot of cash. It's where we have the best chance of selling this digger for the best price. This is a big job in a little amount of time. Let's get at it.
Okay.
All right, guys. You need help, Jim? Need help?
Almost.
Jesus, Jim, please. I don't need working these comp issues around here.
With only 15 days of the rally, we have no time to waste. First, this bike needs to be stripped down by taking off the sheet metal and pulling the exhaust. Brian can now pull that Evo motor. That's the reason this bike's here in the first place.
We robbed the engine out of it. Now the next part, we start building the digger chassis.
Which leads us to the heart of our project, the digger frame. My G-Paw designed this style of frame back in the 70s, and now I'm bringing it back.
Insane deadline. Family legacy on the line. What's not to love?
The digger's off to a rocky start.
It's looking like not a thing's been done.
And Cameron faces his biggest fear.
I gotta hit the dentist, man. I hate the dentist so much.
Does that hurt?
Yeah.
I've decided to build a classic bike pioneered by my grandfather, a digger. Needless to say, I gotta nail this one, or this is gonna be embarrassing. The Republic of Texas rally is only 14 days away. where I'm expected to unveil this custom bike in front of thousands of people. Normally, it takes at least a month to build the triple trees, the fender, and the gas tank entirely from scratch. But getting it done for Texas means putting it in front of a ton of people, and there might be a potential buyer. My fate rests in the hands of these two.
You put all the back out there today. I told you not to.
Jim and Ben.
I guess we could take these off and get rid of them, huh?
Yeah?
Where's all your fancy tools, Jim?
Just a minute.
These two don't normally work together.
The other option you got is just take two pieces and beat them around something and weld them, but you don't want to do that.
welding.
Well, I ain't welding, so don't matter to me.
What?
Let's hope they can learn to work as a team to get 3 months of work completed in 14 days.
Jim, are you gonna be in charge of finding the piece of tubing?
Nah.
Ah, man, come on. We gotta start off on the right foot. Let me go see if I can find a piece over here.
Okay. We'll be back.
In the middle of what may be the most stressful motorcycle build I've ever done, I get a call from a friend. He's looking for an affordable cruiser. Of course, he needs it right away. If we can get a bike with little mechanical issues and only focus on the aesthetics, we should have no problem. If there's one guy who can find it, it's Cameron.
Cameron, 70s, 80s Japanese bikes.
Old heavy bikes.
Old heavy bikes, but they lean to a nice naked platform. So if you can go sometime today, give me a couple options, and let's just do a fun little bike.
Cool, dude. I'll try and get on it tonight, but I gotta hit the dentist, man. I've got a tooth that is absolutely killing me. Tooth. It hurts to roll over in my sleep. I've been taking aspirin and ibuprofen just literally like candy. Time for me to take care of this, dude.
Okay, what are they, yanking one, or what are they doing?
Yeah, they're gonna yank it. I am not a big fan of going to the dentist. You're paying someone to inflict pain into your mouth, which already hurts to begin with.
Are you gonna give it the gas mask?
The gas, the drugs, the Novocaine, I want all
The whole
of it.
thing gonna be all woozy?
Yep. Yeah, so I'll come back and say some stupid.
All right, I'm looking forward to that.
Go take care of your tooth. But as soon as you're done, find that bike.
All right, man, later. Thanks.
With only 12 days of the rally, I'm checking on Jim and Ben's progress.
Yo, what are you guys doing? Because right now it's looking like not a thing's been done. There's nothing down the gas tank, and we're way behind.
If these guys can't make a decision, I'm making it for them.
I didn't give about anything else besides the gas tank. That's all I wanted built today. Right now we're behind. We gotta get on it. So both of you tag team this and get on the tank.
Okay.
This has gotta go to paint. I wanna send that tank, and I wanna send the rear fender, and I wanna send that paint tomorrow.
Okay.
I've had this bad tooth for so long, but I hate the dentist so much that I just haven't had it looked at. To have someone stick sharp objects in your mouth looking for a defect, they always seem to find it with the sharpest, nastiest thing they can poke in your mouth. Really nervous.
Okay, well, we do have nitrous here, so that's something that will help calm you down.
I know with enough Novocaine and nitrous and some follow-up prescription medication, I'll sleep better tonight, but I'm extremely nervous right now.
So it looks like you have a big infection around the second tooth to the back. Okay. Do you think you'll need nitrous today when we get started on you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just whatever you got, just open up the cabinet and bring it on by. So we're gonna do nitrous and Novocaine?
Nitrous, and then once you are comfortable, we'll start with the Novocaine.
Perfect.
Okay?
Then you can kind of adjust it to where it's comfortable for you.
Yeah. Does that hurt right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna wiggle it gently, okay? And just let me know if it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely loose. Still nervous?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna turn up the nitrous for you.
Is it the Novocaine or the topical that tastes so nasty?
It's a topical.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was going, oh, that tastes gross.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be pina colada flavor, but no, not really.
Bartender? When the going gets tough, try nitrous. It works every time. What a relief to have that done. And even though I'm still a little dopey and my mouth is a little numb, I'm ready to go shopping.
The digger's bodywork has to be fabricated by hand. It takes time, which of course we don't have. These guys have to work together and get this body made so we can get it off the paint.
Hey, Jim. Think it looks good?
Yeah, it looked good to me.
Me and you were a team.
Ah, okay. That's the famous Arlen Ness.
Don't you forget it.
Nice. Now that's nicer.
Jim, what's left on the rear fender?
Should've got to weld it and put a bottom tab on.
We've got the fender trimmed. Now we just got to position it with the rear tire and mount it to the frame. It just needs a little more Jimmy and Ben magic.
I'm putting some tape on these little spacers because I want the fender to fit real nice around the tire. And then I'm gonna put the fender on and mount the son of a bitch. Okay.
The gas tank and the fender are ready for paint. But before it goes out, I wanted to show it to G-Pa and see what he thinks. Tomorrow, we'll hear from the king.
Bye-bye.
We still got plenty of work to do on this digger before the Republic of Texas rally in 9 days. Fortunately, Jim and Ben already finished up the gas tank and the fender, but we still got to get all the rest of the parts ready for paint. There's a lot riding on this bike. Being that my grandpa pioneered the style, I really want to impress him. And you know what? I sent Cameron out a while ago to find me a fixer-upper. Wait, where the hell is he?
Well, these painkillers are really helping my mouth now that that tooth is out. So now I'm gonna go find a bike for Zach. I'm going up to a shop in San Francisco to check on a really cheap Suzuki that should do the job that Zach wants. But when I get there, I'm thinking to myself, am I in the right place to buy a Japanese bike? Hey guys, how's it going, man?
Hey there.
Hey, my name's Cameron.
Cameron? Dan.
Dan?
Jason.
Jason, pleasure to meet you, Jason.
To meet you.
So, you guys had a bike down here that kind of sticks out. I think I saw it over there in the line.
You're talking about the Suzuki over here,
I
right?
think it would be the Suzuki. I could tell right away, Jason and Dan just work on vintage British bikes. It definitely does not fit in with the rest of what you guys got going on. Because I see you guys are really Triumph, BSA, Norton.
That's exactly right.
Okay, I'm not hallucinating because of the drugs. Nobody wakes up saying, I'm gonna work on British motorcycles. That's a nightmare you hope you wake up from, not a dream you wake up to go pursue. Tell me how you came across this thing.
We got this from a friend of ours, and it doesn't really run right now.
Cool. Cool.
And the seat's ripped, and the carburetor leaks, and we don't have much interest in it.
Okay, this might do, as long as it's cheap. So, what do you guys need for this thing?
$750, and we'll load it up for you.
$7, and I can load it myself.
All right.
All right, he can load it himself.
All right.
$700. Deal. Thanks, guys.
All right.
That was pretty good negotiating for a straight from the dentist deal.
She's just an old water buffalo. Look at that.
Oh, now, I know about the water buffalo. Doot, 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 doot. Whoa, this thing is heavy. How am I gonna get this back to the shop?
Hey, Grandpa. Just
Coming together, huh?
Yeah, coming together, kind of final planning. We're getting there. It's pretty nerve-wracking having the Godfather the Digger check out your work. I'm just hoping he likes what he sees. And the fender's pretty much finished up. He'll finish up the weld.
Have you had a front end on it?
Yeah.
It tanks forward quite a bit, so.
What size wheels?
23s front and rear.
Better make that seat a little wider.
Yeah.
Make that pad.
Make it comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, just extend the seat plate out. You're probably just gonna powder coat the frame.
No, they're gonna prep it, and Ray's gonna throw a graphic line down the frame. So he's all been bored, and he knows he can do it in 3 days or so in our booth.
Okay.
Since it's already black and the prep work's done, he's just going graphics.
All right. Still got a lot of work to do, though.
Zach wants a second bike to work on while the digger's being built. So I bought him this Suzuki. I really hope Zach is happy with what I bought. He didn't give me a real finite parameter for what he wanted, but hey, for $700, I think I did pretty well. I just hope Zach agrees. Hey Zach, what's up, man?
What the hell is this? Are you joking me? Oh boy, this is not a good looking bike. All right, give me the rundown.
Okay, front and rear tire, gotta have them. Air filter, simple. Battery, simple. New set of grips, simple. Oil filter, side covers, spark plugs.
This just went from an easy build to a lot of work. We got a low ceiling on this budget. So I think the best and most economical way to do it is make a stripped down cafe racer. Cafe racer is a term which derived from British motorcycle enthusiasts. It refers to a style of motorcycle used for fast rides from one cafe or coffee house to another.
Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. Get rid of the bars, get rid of the grips. Once you clean these bikes up and show their skeleton, you can kind of see some hidden beauty that you would have never seen.
Why don't you get this body apart and get this out to paint ASAP?
You got it. This is clearly more work than Zach wanted to do, but with him having the digger deadline right around the corner, we're really gonna have to move quickly on this one. Step one, paint. Just paint her black.
Paint her black?
Gloss, flat. How long do you think this might take?
Give me 2 days.
Perfect. Excellent. Shane,
Sounds good,
thanks,
man.
buddy.
All right, man.
We'll see you later.
Catch you later.
Step two, get the team working on the guts.
Oh, that's perfect.
Step three, blow off some steam. Step four, save a few bucks by making a new seat pan by hand.
So we're starting to make a seat pan over here for this Suzuki thing. So basically what it entails is I'm gonna cover this bike with masking tape to create sort of a mold. I made this little cardboard template because he wants a little extra room in here. Once I get it covered in tape, I want to mask off the whole bike, lay the fiberglass on top of that, let it dry, and hopefully it pops right off. Sometimes they work fantastic, sometimes they get a little bit of an issue. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but I think it's gonna work out just fine.
Breaking up some fiberglass patches. What we want to do is there's no hard corners, so when we wet the fiberglass, the fibers grab the other fiberglass fibers. As soon as we lay down the resin, we can patch it up and build a nice strong pan. Easy, fast, done.
Just as we were making progress on the Suzuki, we ran into a snag with the electronic ignition system we were installing. As long as the footballs are full.
That doesn't sound good.
Let me pop it open real quick, see what's going on. One of the things Zach wanted to have done to this bike is take the points out and put an electronic ignition in. To set the timing, you have to rotate the motor, charging up the coils with the battery, and run a charge through the coil.
All right, let's put the plugs in and just try it again.
It's tricky and can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, plug it back in.
I gotta hold it.
I'm just gonna hit it real quick. You want me to put it neutral so...
Did you get electrocuted?
Yeah.
All right, let's put the plugs in and just try it again. Plug it back in.
I gotta hold it.
I'm just gonna hit it real quick.
Some people say I have an electric personality.
Put it neutral so...
But I don't think this is what they mean.
Did you get electrocuted?
Yeah. All of a sudden, the coil goes off, literally in my hand.
Me.
When you get a quick zap of electricity, it makes your hand cramp up like this.
That should only be 12 volts there.
Well, guess what? It happens. It's not the first time, and it's not the last time.
I hope we didn't fry anything.
No, I was the insulator, okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. That's just a great sound, man. You know, when I bought this thing, I wasn't really in the right frame of mind, but wow, Zach and the guys have really brought this thing together.
She looks like a complete bike now, huh?
The guys are buttoning this bike up, the buyer's on his way, and it'll be really great to get this thing off our hands.
Then we can concentrate on getting that digger finished for the Rot Rally.
You must be Mike.
Yeah, Mike, nice to meet you.
Cameron, nice to meet you, man.
Cameron, nice to meet you as well.
So you're a buddy of Zach's?
Yeah.
So Mike, what do you know about an old 79 Suzuki 1000? Did you know what it started out to look like?
Yeah, I knew what it looked like. He sent me a picture of what it looked like.
Zach has really cleaned this thing up. This thing has really got some of his Zach Ness new school look in an old school bike. You should definitely
I'm really
be impressed
excited.
with this. Yes. Yep. And I think that's it coming now.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. It's a little bit louder than I was expecting.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
It's a little bit louder than I expected. Oh my gosh.
The team really hit it out of the park on this bike. It went from a dental visit disaster to a really slick cafe-style bike.
You're not sneaking home.
And it should turn a nice profit.
How much are we like thinking?
Well, man, if it was anybody else, I'd probably do this, you know, $6,000 or $7,000. But none since you're what, yay tall-ish, something like that. So $5 grand, all yours.
Awesome. Sounds
good, brother.
Thanks. I've been looking online and stuff for bikes, and for a bike like this, it's just an absolute steal.
Congratulations, have some fun with it.
After we spent $700 on a Suzuki in shockingly bad condition, I thought it might be a total loss. $3,000 in parts and labor later, we sold it for $5 grand and made a profit of $1,300.
The Suzuki sale went flawlessly. I hate to say it, maybe I should go to the dentist a little more often.
Now that the Suzuki is off our hands, we can focus 100% of our attention on the digger. Let's go finish up that digger.
It's a hard deadline. We can't miss it. It's not like, okay, we got some little event. We got a major event with a major stage reveal.
An important aspect of a digger is killer custom paint. G-Pop prided himself on a good paint job, and if I want to live up to his expectations, I got to knock this one out of the park.
We're powdering everything in-house, including the frame, engine, and then we need to assemble. A lot of to do.
This bike has to be completely powder coated before it's ready for paint. We're bringing in a high-profile custom painter to do the job. Everything has to be perfect. Done. The battery pump.
Yo! Did the battery box not get powdered? All right, this can't be happening. We have a battery box that magically shows up. There's no such thing as magic. Someone brought it in and forgot it. Apparently no one's owning up to it, but we don't have time to line.
Let's get the frame up here and take a look at it.
Little light in a couple spots, but
It's not perfect, so it can't go. Time. Sucks, but we're gonna fix it.
In 5 days, we're revealing this digger at the Republic of Texas rally in front of 100,000 people. So right now, every second counts. The battery box. The battery box was left behind in the powder coating process, and we missed a spot on the frame. It's not perfect, so it can't go. My painter's on the way right now. We gotta get these finished up now, so he can get started.
Frame's done, all powder coated, nice shiny black. It's looking really good. There's no time to waste anymore. We're gonna be rocking and rolling and going right at it.
It's a good thing it was a simple fix on the battery box and frame. Now it's time to hand everything over to our painter, Reyes.
All right, man, appreciate you coming in. I know late notice. I'm kind of used to that.
Reyes is a top-notch painter, and I'm paying him the rush rate.
Tell me what you want to do.
So every hour is gonna eat into our profits.
The money I'm gonna spend on this custom paint will put this digger over the top.
We gonna have a black bike or what? What color are we gonna go with?
I wanna go gold.
All right.
I'm thinking gold on this one. Let's make it loud.
What era, what flavor, what are we eating for dinner? In other words, are we doing 70s, 80s, 90s?
It's a digger, so I was grandpa back in the 70s. Back then, I'm definitely down for a little 70s flow.
All right, good. I could do that.
Okay.
All right.
Having Reyes paint all these pieces will ensure that we complement my grandpa's style. All of my grandpa's diggers had a killer paint job. So having a good guy do this is worth the extra money. We gotta make sure we do justice to the family legacy.
Let's do it.
All right, brother.
Zach, his vision is very contemporary, but has a lot of obvious influence from traditional paint. He's got some big shoes to fill with Grandpa being like the king, you know? I really want him to come through on this paint job. We started off with a black tank, and Zach wants gold, so instead of spraying everything gold, I taped off a little panel here, and that's gonna remain black. Then I sprayed some white around the edges. That way, when I put the gold on, it'll be lighter and brighter and pop a little bit more where that white base coat is. So it'll fade from light to dark when I put the gold on.
It's the last day on the digger before we leave for Texas. We still have a ton of work to do. First, I'm gonna check in on Reyes and see how the paint's coming along.
Ooh, that looks good. Damn, that's clean. Killed it.
I knew I wasn't gonna have an issue with this bike, painting-wise, because the other day, there was a fly in the house, and it's flying around, and I just went like that. And my daughter was like, "Daddy, did you catch it?" I said, "Yeah, I caught it." I said, "Today's gonna be a great day for paint, because I'm connected to the world."
Flow's perfect. It's clean, still has that sex appeal, flows exactly with that style.
Hopefully it's going as smooth up there as it is down here.
Oh, it's definitely not going as smooth as it is down here.
Upstairs is a madhouse. We're in the thick of assembling dozens of modified and handmade parts.
It's getting closer.
This is the fun part. The more parts you put on, the better it looks.
Oh yeah, it's with that chrome too. It's starting to look like a bike now.
Still got a lot of work to do, though.
Reyes has finished his detail work, and it looks killer.
Ah, yes.
It's time to throw all the painted parts on the digger.
You want the tank first, fender first?
Rear fender first.
All right, good.
And there's no time to spare. This rear fender that Ben trimmed is a critical part. If it doesn't line up perfectly with the new wheel and belt, we're gonna have a major issue.
Looks really good.
Ooh, nice.
That's pretty, huh?
Don't touch it.
Okay, I hope that tire is thinner and that everything fits.
Me too.
Boy, would that be a bummer if it ain't. And I made the spacers perfect, so it better fit perfect. And watch you guys. Oh, I know.
There we go.
Oh. Hey! Now we need
Jim,
we need
what the hell?
What?
It's off.
Better not be. It's not off, you're just saying that.
Belt is on the fender.
Oh, well, I didn't cut the bottom of the fender.
You cut the fender too low.
Oh, man.
This could be the end of the line. If we can't fix this fender, we'll have to make a new one from scratch. And that means we won't make the rally, we won't make the sale, and we'll seriously let G-Pod down. And even if Jim can get this thing to fit, cutting it will ruin the expensive paint job.
The belt's rubbing on the fender, needs to be cut out. Use a die grinder, and whoever cuts it, if they take their time, you can do minimal touch-up work.
You only got one shot at a cut like this. And the 9th inning closer on metalwork, gotta go with Jim.
Hey, Jim, no pressure, but if you that up,
Okay. Jim made the cut so the fender's gonna fit. But we're not in the clear unless Reyes takes a look at it and makes sure he can finish the paint.
What do we got, dude?
You think you'll be able to say that?
Ah, dude. That's beautiful. Your little boo-boo's right in the pinstripe. That's nothing.
My team came through, and the digger's getting done.
I'm telling you, I could give a serious Indian burn.
Reyes is knocking out the touch-up.
Voila.
The rest of the parts can go on. And when we start her up, she just purrs. Yeah. Next stop, the Lone Star State. I'm loving it. I'm stoked to be out here in Austin, Texas. Cruising down East 14 with Grandpa inspired me to build a digger. So we took a 92 Softail, took its engine, its transmission, threw it into one of my grandpa's digger frames. Dual 23s, handmade triple trees, handmade gas tank, and handmade rear fender. Dig it. Every piece of this bike that could be painted was hand painted. Front to back, it's a full custom bike. Personally, these are some high stakes for me. My grandpa invented the digger. This is my first digger, and I'm juiced with the way it turned out. Glad to make Grandpa proud and keep the legacy going. All that's left to do is see if the rowdy crowd at the Republic of Texas rally likes it. If not, I'm out 19 grand. The Republic of Texas rally has only been around since 1995, but it's become a major event in the motorcycle world. Probably because it has everything you want in the biker culture.
it's the Rot Rally.
Bikes, babes, and the bazaar.
Y'all from Arleness?
Yeah.
Nah.
Swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Sign my booby?
Booby.
Zach Ness.
The other thing this rally's known for is its massive motorcycle parade. This year, me and Grandpa are leading 10,000 bikers into downtown Austin. We're over 100,000 spectators. Will gather to see me unveil my new digger on the main stage.
Austin, Texas, make some noise!
Hopefully in that crowd, there's a person who's got to have this bike.
Zach and Arlen Ness, they're here today.
It's one thing to make a bike and show it to a client.
Let's bring that beautiful bike up here. Let everybody get a good look at it.
But it's pretty amazing to put one up on stage in front of thousands of people.
What's going on, Austin?
How's that for a beautiful machine? Tell me a little bit about this bike here we got.
Well, we started off with a 92 Softail, and we built a digger. Digger's a style that my grandpa invented back in the 70s, so we had to do the legacy right and do one more time, especially for Austin. So we came in, dual 23s, full custom sheet metal, custom frame, Everything's touched front to back. Well, Austin, what do you think?
It's a beautiful machine, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
That, no doubt, probably one of the top 5 coolest experiences of my entire life. I am still kind of shaking.
How about a big round of applause for the guests?
Wow. I know the parade. I know I've never been in a parade as long as that, as many bikes. And, well, of course, the people here in Austin are always very friendly.
Let's just hope one of these friendly people wants to buy this bike. My plan worked. Right after the show, we got a call from a guy named Mike Warner who wants to buy the digger. Good news, we got our price, $25,000. Better news, this guy is buying this motorcycle as a gift for his buddy who needs a new bike. So this is it.
You know, I'm somewhat speechless, and that's hard for me. This is incredible. The look, this is exactly the 70s. This is what Arlen did in the 70s, and this is incredible.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you like it. Mike loves the digger and is spending a lot of money to surprise his friend Greg with a one-of-a-kind present.
He has no idea. It's somewhat selfish of me. I want him to have a great bike so that he and I can go ride. And that's really what this is all about.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it too selfish, but
It's awful nice to have a friend like you,
oh,
that's
yeah.
for sure.
I wish I could have more friends like you. Here he comes. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Greg thinks he's here as a motorcycle enthusiast to be interviewed about the local rally. I don't think he was counting on me and my grandpa being here.
It's an honor.
Hey, very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Yeah. This is the bike that Zach built.
My goodness, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Love the color. It's just outstanding. I have to get on this side. It's...
Come on through, buddy. Actually, I raided my grandpa's stash for a lot of this stuff when he wasn't looking. But
thanks, Grandpa.
What kind of bike do you have right now?
I'm without a bike right now. Yeah,
He was
but
saying
I'm
you're a
working.
big enthusiast, huh?
I got married and got civilized, and I parted with my beloved bike, so I'm looking for another one now. So,
Oh, killer.
Yeah.
Greg, he's wanted a bike for a while. He's always ridden a bike since he was young. We're about to hand him the keys to a full custom bike. He's gonna lose it. Well, see, the thing is, you got a really nice best friend. He talked to me after the rally last night, and she's all yours.
Yeah, right. What's the punchline?
Swear to God. Congratulations. Take a good care of her. That's your motorcycle.
Shut up.
You got an awful good friend here.
Enjoy. Shut up. Enjoy. You all right?
Yeah.
She's yours.
It's your bike.
I'm...
When I handed over the keys, Greg's reaction was shock and awe. I don't think he really believed it. He thought I was messing with him. Didn't think it was really his.
Really, man?
Yes,
100%
really.
serious. This is your bike.
This is your bike.
It's a good feeling to pass that key off and see the smile on his face. I spent $5,000 on a 1992 Evo Softail and put in $9,000 worth of parts and $5,000 worth of paint and labor to turn it into a Ness digger. I sold it for 25 grand, making my profit $6,000.
It's outrageous, man.
It is. It's unreal. It's the neatest thing I've ever seen on the road.
I know he's gonna love riding it as much as I love building it.
Zach, you did great. You did
very much.
fantastic.
You did great, Mike.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Other than stand back away from my motorcycle.